Hey guys, George here from Zero P Productions here with the weekly vlog. I want to start off by saying that, holy hell, 90,000 subscribers, that's pretty goddamn incredible. You might have noticed I'm recording this out in my living room, which I usually don't do. The reason for that is that Sarah is in my room, either asleep or playing Red Dead. The fact that I'm recording a video right now and not really being quiet means she's probably not sleeping, so I'm sorry. Just got back to New York today. It is Monday afternoon. Got back from PAX East over in Boston. Was hoping to have the vlog out for Tuesday, but honestly, I wanted to do this video instead, and this is probably as much work as it would be to do the PAX video, but I saw something just in terms of comments, and I did kind of want to make a video because of that. So there's two camps on YouTube when it comes to making videos. There's the YouTubers who say that you should read your comments, and then there's the YouTubers who say you shouldn't read the comments, and I've always been very good about reading literally every comment that I get on videos. Even weekends that I'm away or days that I'm out of town, I will still go and I'll read the comments either on my phone or on my desktop when I get back from wherever I've been. And I'm always very good about it. Don't always reply, but I do at least kind of skim through and I see what people are saying, what people are recommending, yada yada. So I'm always kind of trying to, you know, keep up with what people are either asking for or what people think about the videos that I'm doing. Just because I think it's the best way for me to kind of interact with you guys outside of streams and everything like that, and as well as just interacting with people outside of the Discord or anything else that I do. And the thing is, you do get some less than fantastic comments from time to time, which I'm used to. And I'm used to comments where it's like, oh, you suck at games, or oh, you missed this, you missed that. It's like, yeah, I know I'm not great at games. Yeah, I know that I miss things just because that's kind of how things go when you're recording a video sometimes. Yeah, I'll forget things that were said to me like 5 minutes ago by an essential character, and I'm like, oh, how do I do this? I don't remember the puzzle because it's been 5 seconds and I have the attention span of a goddamn fruit fly sometimes. But there are some comments that will sometimes kind of like stick with me and make me want to discuss them. And today's definitely one of those days because of a comment that I saw on the latest part of Enderall, the Shards of Order. And without going into like super in-depth detail, it was just kind of criticizing some of the things that I've done on the channel lately, some of the decisions that I've made and the way that I've ended certain series. And in particular, they mentioned two series. They mentioned the Skyrim modded playthrough and the Mass Effect playthrough, and both of these were kind of in relation to just someone originally commenting that they would like to see more of the main quest for Enderall, which I am doing in the following videos, which is kind of funny that this kind of whole conversation and this whole comment thread stemmed from saying like, hey George, you should do the main quest, which I'm doing in the Enderall video that comes out later this week, and the Enderall video is coming out next week as well, which goddamn incredible parts. I really love where the story's going, so definitely watch those because it's absolutely mind-blowing. I wanted to talk to my viewers about it, but it's like, oh shit, they haven't seen the videos yet, so I have to wait until, you know, that comes out so I can kind of like sit down and be like, holy shit, am I right? But the comment that I'm referencing, like I said, mentioned the Skyrim modded playthrough and the Mass Effect playthrough, which is now canceled, and mentioned it in reference to the Enderall modded playthrough and the way that I've been doing that. Like I said, I try not to get too affected by comments because it's just something you have to learn to get used to. You have to get a thicker skin. But there will be times that I do want to talk about comments or that they do affect me just because maybe it's like on a more personal level, kind of like this comment was, and it's just something that I'm a bit more like ready to have a stance on or kind of want to discuss so that not only that person can hear what I have to say, but kind of like everyone can hear what I have to say in case they have the same feelings or the same thoughts as the person leaving that comment. And one of their critiques was the fact that I ended the Skyrim modded playthrough because I had said in the past that I wanted to do the Skyrim modded playthrough in the Beyond Skyrim series. So that's Beyond Skyrim Cyrodiil and Bruma and Morrowind and all those mods, which I'm really still looking forward to. And when they come out, I will play them with the modded playthrough character, but none of those mods have release dates. And the issue with that is, okay, so I could, in theory, have kept the modded playthrough going. I could still be doing the modded playthrough, but the issue would be, without any idea of when those mods are going to come out, I would literally just be doing the modded playthrough for the intent of just padding it out with content, so that when those mods come out, I could be like, oh good, fresh content, I can finally do something new and interesting in the playthrough again. I could have kept the modded playthrough going with all the like repeatable fetch quests, like, oh, do this for the companions, do this for the Thieves Guild, and there are like a couple quests that I could have done. There are maybe a few more mods that I could have done, but for the most part, I had covered everything that I wanted to in the modded playthrough. And even towards the end of the modded playthrough, I was worried that I was padding it for content and that it was getting a little less interesting just because of the fact that I knew that I was kind of running out of stuff to do with the mods that I already had. And after 2.5 years of, you know, one save game with all those different mods that I've rotated in and out, it was definitely getting bloated, and it was probably going to fall apart at the seams if I kept it going for much longer, to be completely honest. And even when I ended the modded playthrough, I wondered if I should be doing something else, if I should be doing like a Skyrim Special Edition playthrough, which I know that people asked for, but it's one of those things where doing that felt, I don't know, it just felt weird because it would have been repeated content. It would not have been anything new or interesting. It would have been literally me playing the same game again. And it's just like, okay, yeah, it probably would have done great for views because all the Skyrim stuff does really decently for views, and I could have done that, but at that point I wouldn't have felt like I was making content that I would want to like make people watch. It's just like, okay, yeah, so there's nothing different about this. Like, maybe I'll have some slightly different reactions, maybe I'll have some slightly different jokes, but for the most part it's gonna be the exact same thing as the modded playthrough that I already did. There's no point in me making the same series again and again and again. That doesn't go anywhere. If people want that, they can just rewatch the modded playthrough. It doesn't benefit me or you for me to play Skyrim another time. Like, yeah, I could do it vanilla this time, but it's like, okay, but everyone's done that at this point. Everyone who wants to play Skyrim has played Skyrim vanilla. The thing I did with the modded playthrough was I was building my own game. I was building essentially my own narrative within Skyrim, which is what made it so interesting. Now, what they said in reference to the Mass Effect playthrough was complaining that I had canceled it, saying that my complaint was that there weren't enough views on the series, which there weren't, but they were saying that it was more than enough views and that I should have just kept it going. And it's like, listen, I would have loved to just kept on doing it. I wish that I didn't have to worry about views at all, but I was looking at views the whole time for the Mass Effect playthrough, and I realized that any time that I start a playthrough that's not something like Skyrim or Skyrim-esque, it's a gamble, because a lot of my audience is here for Skyrim, and it's something that I always take into consideration. The thing that I used for comparison was I compared it to how the Knights of the Old Republic series did, both 1 and 2, because both of those did pretty goddamn well, and I was very happy with the views for those, and I kind of used that as a measurement. And like, I'm larger now on YouTube than I was back then, so just by the logic of, okay, it's a new series, it's on the same time slot as Knights of the Old Republic, it should be doing as well, if not better. And it wasn't even doing as well as the Knights of the Old Republic videos were. So I had to sit back and say, okay, this isn't doing as well. And I had to make the decision, like, okay, do I want to keep on doing this and hope that views eventually get better? Or do I just cut my losses and say, okay, this didn't work. Let me see if I can think of something better than this than I can make for Sundays. And I haven't thought of anything yet. I have a couple ideas. And it's another thing of I'm also trying to figure out how I want to do Skyrim Maids 2, because that's a very long mod, and I'm worried that people are just kind of getting bored of seeing the same mod, so I've even considered doing another Skyrim mod series on Sundays just so that people get something different aside from just Maids, because I realize that some people are probably just like, it's been a few months now. Are we still really doing Maids? It's like, we are, because it's the longest goddamn mod in the world, apparently. But I don't want to, like, make people sit through it if they're ready for something else as well. Now, the problem that I had with the couple of comments that I saw on this Enderall video was just that they were calling me a lying asshole. And, like, listen, I'm the first person to tell you that I'm an asshole. But the one thing that I never do is I don't lie, because I've seen YouTubers who just lie to their audience. I've seen YouTubers try to get away with lying to their audience, and I just don't want to be one of those YouTubers. I've always tried to be very genuine, very forthcoming, and I've always tried to be honest about everything. There was no other thing to me ending the Mass Effect playthrough than literally, this is not getting enough views. I would have loved to keep doing it. I was having fun with it. Mass Effect is one of my favorite franchises of all time. That's why I picked it up for a series. It's the same reason I did Knights of the Old Republic 1 and Knights of the Old Republic 2 for a series, is because those are like some of my favorite games, and I was so happy that I got to play through it and people watched me play through it, and I had a fantastic time. I was using that same logic to do what would have been the Mass Effect trilogy playthrough, and it wasn't doing that well. Even when I streamed Mass Effect 3, it was doing okay in terms of views, but it wasn't anything that great. It would have been better for me to stream Red Dead or Oblivion or Elder Scrolls Online, and it's one of those things where, as much as I like to just have fun with whatever games I want to play and show off, it's not always that simple. And I wish I was at a point where I could literally just record whatever the hell I wanted, whenever I wanted, and that equaled as many views as I would get on a Skyrim video. But it's not, and I've had that thing of I'm deciding right now. It's like, okay, so I'm at 90,000 subscribers now. I have to figure out, how do I want to build my channel? Am I literally just going to be the Skyrim guy, where I just do Skyrim, and that'd be great for views, but it's like, is that really what I want to do? It's not. I want to do more than that. I want to be more than that. But does that mean I just keep on growing through Skyrim and hope that eventually people are going to latch onto the other things that I do? Or do I start doing other things now, aside from just Skyrim, and hope people that are already here latch onto it, or that it brings in more people as well? And it's a very complicated thing, and maybe I'm not making all the best decisions when it comes to what videos to keep, what videos to cancel, etc., which is one of the comments that this person made. But it's not always that easy, and I'm just trying to figure out the best way to kind of approach growing the channel and improving the channel. And that's the thing. If people have suggestions, if they have recommendations, please leave them in the comments. I read all the comments, and that's something that would honestly just really help, knowing what people want to see. Because when I canceled the Mass Effect playthrough, the people who commented on it were the people who were watching it, and they're all very sad to see it go. They liked it, etc. But it's like, I know that the people watching it enjoy it. That's why they're the ones watching it. But if you leave comments on other videos saying, I would like to see this game, or I'd like to see you do this mod, or anything like that stuff helps me. It gives me an idea of what most people want to see. And that is the best way for me to know what to make for you guys, and like what I should consider doing just in terms of content creation. And like I said, just the thing that bothered me the most about the comment was just like they were calling me a lying asshole, because I don't want to lie about this stuff. Like I said, like I like that I can be honest about pretty much everything that I'm doing, and it's just a more fun way to run the channel than having to keep secrets and everything, because that's just, it's not interesting, it's not fun, it creates drama, and that's just, it's bullshit. There's so many YouTubers with drama out there, and it's like, I don't need to be one of them. Like, I just want to make videos, I want to have fun, I love what I do. This is my full-time job, and I still love it. After all these years of doing videos, even just doing Skyrim videos, like, it's still fun. I still wake up, I still record, I still edit, and I'm just like, yeah, no, this is fun, and I'm really goddamn lucky that I have this opportunity, because most people don't, and a lot of people never will. So I'm very fortunate to have it, and that's why I want to grow. That's why I want to continue having this as an opportunity to see how far I can go in this industry and see like where this will take me, essentially. But this whole thing just kind of leads back into the whole whether you should read comments or shouldn't read comments, and it's definitely kind of a double-edged sword of, you see, if I didn't read that comment, I'd feel great. It's like, I wouldn't think people are calling me a lying asshole or anything like that, but because I read that comment, I know that not everyone is happy with the way that I've been doing things, but that not everyone is happy with the choices that I've made, and there's improvements that can be made as well. But that's the thing. It's like, you have to kind of decide what you would rather do. Would you rather have that level of interaction with viewers, even if it's just you reading what they have to say? Or do you just kind of want to put that to the side and do things on your own? But that's why I like reading the comments, and that's why I still do it, and I still read every damn comment that comes in. Even the garbage ones, even though it's literally just someone promoting their channel, I see all of them, and there are ones that I will remove, or there's ones that I'll see in spam that aren't spam, and I'll approve those comments just because it's like, alright, it's good that there's this level of interaction, and I love when people comment. I really do, because I've seen comments that have made my day just because someone says something incredibly nice to me, and that's why I do it, because you get the good and the bad, but in the end, it's all, or almost always, for the better. But that's gonna be it for this time, guys. The PAX East vlog will go out hopefully sometime this week. I just need to find some time to sit down and edit that, but that's gonna be it. See you guys later. Bye-bye.